Stepfamilies are becoming the norm in our nation, not the exception. 100 million Americans have a step relationship of some kind. And along with these relationships comes a whole lot of baggage. Take a look.
Bringing up kids is hard enough, but parents of blended families deal with a different set of frustrations. As an author and licensed marriage and family therapist, Ron Deal is recognized as one of the leading experts on stepfamilies.
I am an advocate for healthy stepfamily living. We've got to help them do it well.
In his latest book, The Smart Stepfamily Marriage, Ron provides practical solutions to raising a healthy family and building a remarriage that lasts.
Well, please welcome back to the 700 Club, Ron Deal. Ron, it's great to have you here.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
The statistics are huge for how many people find themselves in stepfamilies.
That's right.
You'd think that being a second time, people would not struggle so much with this. Why is it so difficult?
Well, first of all, let me say stepfamilies can be healthy, can do a great job in raising the next generation, and can have great rewards. But there are challenges.
Well, all relationships have challenges.
Family's challenging,
sense.
right?
Yes.
Any parent knows that.
Yes.
But stepfamilies have some unique challenges, and that's really what catches them off guard.
Yeah.
And couples who have perhaps been married before, somebody's been married before, and now it's a second marriage, you know, they often go in thinking, wow, I kind of learned some lessons.
Yes.
I'm going to do it better this time. And, but there's a couple of big things that happen that they don't often anticipate. First of all, this new relationship will take on a different color, if you will. It'll be a different relationship. Just because you're the same person doesn't mean the marriage is going to feel the same. It's going to require different things of you, right? And that catches people off guard. But the other big thing, and the thing we really report on in this new book, The Smart Stepfamily Marriage, is it's the role of the stepfamily around the couple that dramatically affects their well-being.
Yeah.
It has everything to do with ex-spouses and parenting and step-parenting and kids. The kids are a huge factor in the family.
Well, talk about that a little bit, because I think every couple that marries, where they have children on just one side or they both have children, want everything to be balanced and healthy and whole. And yet, you know, you're caught up and in love with this person and you're very much giving yourself to the relationship. How do you find that healthy balance?
Well, it is a balance, and they do have to work really hard at it. And one of the things I say is that biological parents end up doing an awful lot of the work because they are the swing person. They are heavily invested in the marriage and their new partner, and they're very invested with their kids. And they really have to move in both directions, Terry, and that's one of the mistakes that people make, is that they only move in one direction or the other. They either move towards their kids and they feel sorry for them, and the kind of the self-pity thing takes over, and they placate the kids. That's not helpful. Or they move only in the direction of the new marriage, and the kids feel abandoned and left behind, and they have to move in both directions.
Well, and sometimes there's the ex-spouse that is still the father of whoever the children are. How do you deal with that positively?
Yeah, and then there's that relationship, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like if I'm moving, I have to cooperate with the ex because we share children together.
Absolutely.
Right? And so we have to figure out how to work together in parenting our children. And yet there was something that led to a divorce, or in the case of a widow, they're not moving towards the ex, but the memory of the person, that biological parent, is still alive in their heart and in the children's heart.
And often a huge presence and hero in the life of the child.
Exactly. And so the step-parents competing with that. So that's the point, Terry. All of these things around the couple dramatically affect their well-being and the longevity and really the quality of their relationship.
You talk about 4 specific challenges that really can be addressed and dealt with and can help a couple prepare for some of this. Things that are common to people in relationship. Talk a little bit about them. Jealousy, suspicion, worry, and fear.
You know, those 4 things, if we boil them down into one concept, and that is instability. I'm worried about our relationship and how well we're going to do. If I've already been through a divorce, am I going to go through another divorce? If I'm the step parent and I feel like, man, I'm here and I'm invested and people love me, but I feel like an outsider. I can't quite figure out how to get in and be fully accepted, and I don't know what my role is. All of those questions create insecurity. And here's what we found in this national study. Insecurity takes benign things and makes them malignant. All of a sudden, I'm looking at, let's say you're the step parent, and you're watching your spouse sit on the couch and watch TV with their kids, kind of curled up, and you're going, I want to be next to them. Should I be jealous of that relationship? Should I feel like an outsider right here? Should I be worried that somehow my spouse their priority is really their kids and not our marriage? See, that breeds discontent, resentment, and now all of a sudden I'm jealous, and jealousy we found predicted with 93% accuracy whether they had a great marriage or a really poor one. The more fearful and jealous you are, the lower the quality of the marriage. The less fearful and jealous you are, the higher the quality of the marriage. It's very predictive of how well the couple does. And so we help people ask those questions. Am I feeling this? And if so, what is it making me do? Because what I'll tend to do when I get fearful is what? Withdraw, hold back, have resentment.
Expect you to know what I'm feeling.
Exactly, be quick to anger. And then I overjudge. You know, I see something again that's really benign, but I think it's harsh. And so those things begin to just erode the relationship.
And you're talking about mature thinking adults.
Right.
Now, add the children to the fray who themselves are feeling jealous and fearful and stressed and all of this. And often in that role, try to divide parents, thinking it'll get them more of what they need. How do you handle that?
You know, just this earlier we talked about the biological parent has to move toward their spouse and toward their kids. And that's really the one they often forget, is moving toward their kids. And here's what I mean by that. Those kids are feeling at least insecure, at least curious, at least confused about, well, where's my place now? I had all of mom, now I only have part of mom. And so what you have to do is move toward them. You do have to give them some focused attention and energy. That's not to the exclusion of the spouse. And by the way, it really helps if the step-parent understands this, because they'll give you permission. They understand it's a grace to the whole family and to their marriage if they give their spouse time with their kids.
It really is an opportunity to learn to work together as a team. And I want to tell all of you who are watching that this fall Ron's hosting a summit on Step Family Ministry. It's happening on November 13th and 14th. If you'd like more information on that, just go to cbn.com. And his book is a great resource for all families, not just step families. It's called The Smart Stepfamily Marriage. This is available nationwide wherever books are sold, and I know you'll be blessed by reading it. Great to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful information.